Admit it already. You got plans to do it, boy, we did it already. Got a couple DMs, I done slid in already. Gotta ask YG if he hit it already. Yeah, I'm a star like Moesha's. Running up the numbers like Aisha's. Yeah, I be sliding.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Attack here, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And tough starting field position here. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He's a 3rd-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the 1st round, late in the 1st round. He ends up sliding to the 3rd. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. Because sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 5 yards to gain here on 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Cooper's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
It's a pickup of 19, and it'll give the Browns a first down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That, too.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll drop the throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain, and it's second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Their big-bodied receiver, his first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go! 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. He'll look to throw. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Boykin. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. 30 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Cleveland first.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They'll set up a throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out here in the eye. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a handoff as they run left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
He'll look to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, here's Boykin. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Here we go. Flex down. Flex down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now the rookie Boykin finding time. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
There, this is picked up by the Browns.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
On first down, Boykin. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9, 10.
Now Boykin on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple of times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Give him 16 on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Let's go. 1, 9, 10.
Throwing here, Boykin on first. Backing up. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. In the completion, nice throw, nice catch. But, Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The rookie Boykin to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. So this is the second consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. I always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well. A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Boykin. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They go play action with Boykin. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now it's Boykin. His pass caught at the 4. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And now they're in the hurry up. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Here we go. It's Boykin on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Browns are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.